Good afternoon, everyone. Really happy to see you all. It's a privilege to be in front of you all. So let's begin, everyone. Let me start by asking you a simple question. How many of you picked up your phone just to reply to a message and ended up watching a 30 minutes video on YouTube? Maybe a video like, why are you not a crorepati? Aap crorepati kyun nahi hai? And you wasted your time, right? Don't get stressed. It happens to most of us. Getting rich quick is hard, but getting distracted has become like a superpower. So today we're going to talk about how we can outsmart our devices, regain our focus back, and just possibly, maybe just, if we can become real humans again. Okay? Fantastic. So, here we go. We begin by the simple thing, the invisible boundary of attention, my friend. Our brains, as you can see, are like toddlers in a candy store, getting easily distracted, right? When we switch from Instagram to WhatsApp to Facebook, our brain leaves something called as attention residue. You know, it is like opening 57 tabs on your browser and wondering why your laptop is like sounding zzz, like it is about to take off, right? So here's this poor child called as prefrontal cortex. This prefrontal cortex is something that is responsible for decision making, for helping you focus. The point is, when we multitask, this poor guy really struggles, my friend, right? Just imagine for a moment, you are reading a book, and on your desk, a monkey is jumping up and down, right? And screaming, check your phone, check your phone, check your phone, right? Sounds so absurd, but this monkey is your brain on social media, right? But the question is, what's the solution, my friend? The solution is, before you check your phone, right, ask yourself, is this going to help me, or am I just feeding the monkey? Now, living in a boundaryless world, are we really connected? Now, let's be honest, my friend. The technology has made us connect much better than ever. It's true that we are connected, but the million-dollar question is here. Are we really connecting as humans, right? We are connected, but the problem is, are we really connecting? Ask yourself, just think about for a moment. How many of the times your conversations are like a string of emojis? Or when you step into a room full of people, you see most of them are glued to their phone screens? Thank God. I mean, this room is pretty cool. Yeah. So that is the problem. The problem is this, we need to connect on human to human level, right? We need to observe people. We need to see people how they are. The real world starts in the real world, not in the virtual world. So lifetime, one quick, real illustrations could be like this, my friend. Imagine you're online. There are other 500 people online. Right? How many of them would pick up your call if you call them at 2 a.m.? Yeah? None. Almost 5, 6. Nobody. Exactly. Digital connections are like cheap snacks. Easy and quick, but not very fulfilling. What we really need is deep human connections. We need that presence of a human being. So why not, the next time around, rather than messaging your friend for the 45th time, WYD, what are you doing online? Rather than, why not we go and meet him in present? When we get into a room for a dinner, rather than checking our phones, food pick, understand, that's a priority. But Why not see real people, observe them, feel them, see the vulnerabilities, see the joy on the faces, right? Rethinking digital detox, my friend. Digital detox doesn't mean that we need to go on the mountains and meditate with goats, right? It's balance. You know, it's like eating your pizza, but not making it your whole meal. So I'll give you a 3-step framework to really conquer the digital world, right? The first one could be this, my friend. Boundaries. Boundaries. We need to create certain boundaries, my friend. The first one is the physical boundary. We need to start in the morning by doing some kind of exercise. The motion creates emotions, you know. At least 20-30 minutes, one should exercise to have a great mental health. Rest. 7 to 8 hours of sleep is very important. Netflix will still be there tomorrow, I promise. Okay, it'll go nowhere. Then comes meals. You need to take your meals on time, right? If you take your meals on time, the acid in your body will be less acid reflux, and mind will be really cool. And the digital world will not try to empower you. The first is physical boundaries. Second is cognitive boundaries, which is so very important, my friend. For the digital world, we need to create time blocks. Only in this time frame, we can check our emails, scroll on social media. Beyond those time blocks, we need to focus on the real world, real humans. Okay, they have got good graphics too, isn't it? Okay, it's a cognitive world. We need to have certain time where there is absolutely no internet. 1 day detox day. कुछ नहीं करना है. No internet, at least not scrolling through social media or email. Okay, at least an hour if that is not possible. That will help you to feel like a real human. You'll start feeling much better about yourself. Okay, so that is the one way. Notifications, we can just put off unnecessary notifications so that they do not disturb us, okay, and we can focus on the real world. So that comes to the boundaries, my friend. Then we have intentionality. So when you pick up your phone, look at it and ask yourself, why am I using it right now? Is this going to help me? If you're just opening your phone to kill your time, rather than that, why not watch something more inspiring, more educating, something that educates you? So it would be wonderful to curate your feed, okay, rather than watching anything that just wastes your time. So the second is intentionality. Third is self-reflection, my friend. We can do journaling. As we go through the entire day, we can just put in our notes, how was my time today on social media or on internet? Did it drain me? Or did it made me feel more confident, more calm? The journaling will give you a perspective, right? That is very, very important, my friend. So then we come to the most important thing, the boundary of self-perception. That is the most important thing. When we see those glossy posts on social media, our brain is like, why isn't my life that fabulous? Look at that person, he's giving a TEDx talk. What about my life? That photo we see on the beach, or that hustle culture success story. Oh, my life is not that cool. But those people who are posting these photos, those videos, they have their struggles too in their life. Those don't make it to the feed, right? So we need to understand that social comparison is very unhealthy. Research shows that constantly comparing yourself with others on social media zaps your self-esteem, spikes your anxiety, and creates the feeling of inadequacy. Okay? What we are really doing is we are outsourcing our self-worth to an app, where in reality, our worth has nothing to do with our followers, likes, shares, comments. We are a person who's a messy, little fumbling, who's doing mistakes, but a person who's worth living a life, absolute great life on and off the screen. Emotional toll. When we scroll through the feed, 1 minute we feel fantastic about life. We are feeling, wow, my life is absolutely taken care of. But after some time, as this comparison increases, we start drowning into this feeling of FOMO. Have you heard FOMO? Fear of missing out. Because apparently somebody is living their best life and I'm not. Somewhere you know that. But then it doesn't stop you. Because there is something called as dopamine. Social media, when you spend time on social media, it gives you a dopamine hit. It is as simple, it is similar to eating pizza or binge watching your favorite television program. It gives you a dopamine hit, but it just lasts for 0.2 seconds. Okay? But that doesn't stop you. You start craving for more and more. You want that, what you call validation more and more. And the cycle, this vicious cycle continues. Scroll, feel bad, compare, repeat. What is important is cultivating authentic self-acceptance in this social comparison. My dear friend, how many times, just ask yourself, do you compare yourself with others? How many times you curse yourself, you hurt yourself, you say, I'm not that good? It's time to stop being your biggest critic and start being your biggest fan. Because there's somebody inside of you who's such a beautiful human being who has nothing to do with your number of followers. But how would you do that? It sounds cool. Fine, I'll just break it down for you. Okay? First is look back at your wins, my friend. You've done something wonderful in your life. Just look back at the wins. Maybe the tough project, you nailed it, big or small. The difficult times you had, but you bounced back. Right? Those are your wins. Those are your receipts, your proof of resilience and strength. Don't brush them off. Own them. Right? Then we have, look at your strengths. It's important to look at your strengths. We all have something good inside of us. You know, maybe that sense of humor that we have, that creativity, or just going through a tough day. Write them down. Say it loud. Heck, if possible, look at the mirror and shout out. Because you have got gifts. Let nobody take it away from you. Not even you. This will help you. Yes, and then focus on what you have. Many of the times, we start obsessing on those things that are missing in life. I don't have that, I don't have this. But just start focusing on what you have. And you'll really, really conquer the digital world. The friends and family who support you. The beautiful house you have. Right. In this moment right now, you're attending the session, you're breathing in, you're alive. This moment is going. Focus on what you have. And you'll feel more and more positive. The gratitude inside you will give you the self-acceptance, which will help you to tackle the digital world. Okay, then, yeah. The bottom line is you are more than your feed, my friend. Next time you get caught up into this spiraling rabbit hole of comparison, just drop your phone and tell yourself, darling, you're enough. No filter needed. Okay. Yes. And then we have heart of the solution, my friend. What is the heart of the solution? Most important thing. It's not that the digital world is so powerful and we are becoming weak. No, the real problem is we do not have anything that is more brighter to focus upon, more energetic to focus upon, something that really inspires us. Okay? So we do not have a distraction problem. We have a focus problem. Okay? But how you can conquer that? The solution to this is, my friend, AOBF, action-oriented, bigger focus. We need to focus upon bigger things of life, taking action-oriented mindset. What that bigger focus could be? That bigger focus could be in the 4 areas of life: health, relationship, career, money. These are the main 4 areas of your life, right? HRCM. When you set goals, setting clear goals, bold goals in these 4 areas of life, the dopamine, the natural dopamine that you feel can really beat the social media, okay? But how can you do that? You need to ask yourself to set bigger focus. Where do I want to be in my health in the next 1 year from here onwards? What kind of relationship do I want to build with my spouse, with my friends, with my family, with my society? Third, where do I want to be in my career? What legacy do I want to build, right? Fourth, money. how can I become financially free? Right? How can I have good enough amount of wealth in next 1 year? Right? These 4 questions really give you a better answer. But bigger focus is not enough. We need to take actions, my friend. Actions is very important. Many people think a lot, they have great ideas, but they can't take actions. Why? Because people have that fear of failure. What if I try and if I fail? Because of that fear, people don't take actions. So they feel the pain. So to avoid the pain, they want to feel pleasure. And they find the pleasures in this petty cravings of the digital world. Okay? So we need to take action because I truly believe, my friend, fear is fearful of actions. The moment you start taking actions, your fear will just disappear like a morning mist. So one needs to start taking actions. The moment you take actions, trust me, you'll feel much better. And when you take action and when you have the bigger focus, this digital cravings, the digital world will be at your feet. And you'll be like, okay, I've conquered it to a larger extent. Fantastic. Conclusion, my friend, the problem is not that we are addicted to the digital world. The real problem is this, that we are missing the opportunity cost of not really following what really matters to us, right? So let's focus on what really matters to us. Because I've never heard somebody on their deathbed saying, you know what, my life would have been just a little perfect if I would have watched that one last Instagram reel. Okay. So, my dear friend, if you excuse me, I'm going to turn off the notifications of my phone to regain my focus back. Okay. Just one last time, I'm just going to scroll through Instagram, and then after that, okay? Yeah. Just kidding. What am I? Oh. Thank you so much.